Hi everyone, how's it going? This lighting is not serving today for some reason. Oh well. We'll figure it out as we go along. I'm just like extra pale or something, I don't know. It's almost like I need to like have some kind of light protector. Like if I had maybe a piece of cardboard or something going like this, it would like protect. Like, see the difference? Wonder if I have anything. I don't think I do. Maybe what I can do is literally makeshift. This is like what I learned in film school. So I'm gonna make a little I thought I had Scotch tape, but I didn't. So I'm just using this like Packers tape. Hi James, how are you doing? Happy Friday to everyone. So I'm just making a little flap for my phone. So see this light coming down? It's like kind of ugly, right? And so I just want to like make the lighting better for you guys. There. Now I've got better lighting. Hello, Cami. Hi, Joe. How's everyone doing? We're just doing a little GRWM. I am gonna go on Twitch tonight, potentially with Lauren if she's still free. And I'm also filming something, so I just wanted to like put on a little bit of makeup, nothing crazy. Just a light smattering. The weather's been so weird here lately, you guys. Like literally rainy, cloudy, hot, sunny, humid, dry. Like it's just bouncing around constantly. It's crazy. Oh gosh, I really need to get my hair done soon. It's just not giving anymore. Like, what is this? Like, it looks like ombre, like in the worst possible way. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, it's giving like, no, it's not good. Anyways. It's giving such ugly ombre. It's disgusting. No, guys, this is not good. I need to like do something. I don't want this color. I think I just want my natural hair color, but I don't know. Happy Friday. I am going to be doing an episode of Brain Rot. So that's what I'll be filming. If you think the music is weird, I picked a new playlist that's royalty free. It kind of is giving me annoying vibes. Like it's kind of giving like weird elevator music or like porn, like from like the 80s or something. I don't know. It's just not giving. It's like not the vibe. I like that little guitar though. Okay, where is my elf? No, that was my elf. Okay. Makeup will have to be a little bit more pale today. Thank you, thank you. How's everyone else doing? You would look good in black hair. Well, I did pretty much dye my hair like really dark and like it was fun, it was a moment, but like, doesn't really suit my skin tone. Like my natural skin tone's pretty pale, so I tend to look a little ghastly when I have really dark hair. Like it makes me look like too pale. Way too pale. I'm over my like my dyeing of hair era. Like I kind of just want to keep natural vibes going. I played a little bit of guitar back in the day, like some acoustic self-taught. It sounds like the background music you'd hear in a video game lobby. I kind of love that. This is kind of like a video game lobby because I'm gonna be doing Twitch soon. I kind of stopped streaming Twitch onto YouTube just because I felt like the gaming content on YouTube, it was kind of out of left field for you guys. And when I started doing Brain Rot, I was like, you know, I want to have things be more like consistent. So if you really do want to see me stream video games, go follow me over on Twitch, link in description box. I will be going live tonight, and just the vibes on Twitch are a little bit better for streaming because you have people who are more dedicated to gaming, and also you don't have all that riffraff of people coming from YouTube. Like, as we know, we get a lot of haters out there that just like to occupy their time by spreading hate. So I'm not going on a date. Well, at least not until tomorrow morning. I want to get on HRT and get laser so badly. I hope by 20 I'll be able to get on HRT and have gotten laser. Love that. Have those goals. So good to have goals for yourself, you know? They don't always come true, but you can always manifest them and like work towards them. It's never too late, you know? All positive vibes. What's the weather like in Victoria right now on the West Coast? I just mailed off a Poshmark skirt to someone in Surrey. There's always people in BC that are Poshmarking and buying my stuff, which is interesting. That's a lie though. I had someone in Kingston once, I think. Hit that like button, you guys. We're trying to get to 50 likes. I know we can do it. Rainy in Kelowna sounds typical of the West Coast. Kind of peaceful vibes. It's kind of rainy here today too, to be honest. So for my next pod episode, I have a few hot topics that I'm going to be going over. One is like how Hunter Schafer got cheated on. She talks about it on Call Her Daddy. Another topic is James Charles leaks that came out. Another topic is I could talk a little bit about the Amin Khalif situation because I don't know, that's what everyone's been talking about. It won't be like a main topic, but it'll be something. And yeah, I don't know, I'll just talk about life too. I don't need to talk about like T-slur shit all the time, you know? Like, I can just talk about regular shit. And I think that's kind of how I see the podcast moving a little bit. We get a little bored and fatigued of the T-slur topics, you know? I say T-slur because in my interview with Adia, I think when we were using the T-slur, it got demonetized, so I realized I can't even say my own slurs. What do I sell? I only sell clothes and stuff on Poshmark. It's just like a clothing swap platform where you can sell your stuff that you don't wear anymore or stuff that you never wore or, you know, just stuff like that. So that's what that is. The link for it is in my link tree, which is available through my Instagram bio. Where am I off tonight? In Toronto. I'm actually not off to anywhere tonight. It's kind of rainy vibes outside. Looks like it's gonna be raining all night, which I kind of love. Peaceful vibes. Tomorrow I might go to an event that's more like pool vibes. So might be like having some fun tomorrow. So I'm kind of just keeping it low-key tonight. Having a demure, cute Friday night, nothing crazy. I don't have the energy today anyways. I ran a 10K today, hit my PR, and I just want to keep it good and simple, you know? You don't have to party hard every single freaking day. And I will say I went to a cocktail bar on Wednesday and that was fun, but whenever I go out in the middle of the week and like drink alcohol, it just makes me so tired and throws my schedule off. I feel like I'm known as the cocktail girl in Toronto now because all these like restaurants that are opening in places, I always get invited to specifically cocktail things, which I love because you guys know I love bartending and whatever, but it gets a little bit, I don't know, much to be drinking alcohol all the time. I want to keep that skin youthful and have that glow and not be, you know, an alcoholic. Thank you so much, David. I probably will be playing Fortnite tonight just because it's a nice co-op. I can play it with Lauren and maybe whoever else is on. And yeah, it's always a cute, fun time. I'm kind of bored of it, to be honest. And I'm thinking of starting Elden Ring. So that'll be my next little venture. But I really have to like sit down and dedicate time to that. I feel like I'm like stretching myself in so many different directions at the moment. And it's like not working out for me. Like I need to like really focus in on certain things and stop spreading myself so thin. Like for instance, you know, the podcast, I need to really focus on getting some episodes out for that. And just, you know, be more consistent with it. I've kind of put it on the back burner for the last little while just because I've been having like other things to do and like events to go to, and you know, doing my running again takes time. Gotta just kind of hone it in a little bit. So I'm just putting some bronzer down my neck. If you want that to become true, Cora, then just send me money. You can tip me, link in bio. Or you can send super chats. Favorite perfume? My sister Emma got me this perfume. I'll show you guys. It's my new favorite one. Guerlain Eau de Parfum. So nice. Screenshot it. It's stunning. Gorgina. Thank you so much, Lee. Using my e.l.f. blush. Just dotting it on. This shit's so pigmented, you really don't need much. Ready? You've got all that pigment. It's like face paint. You like really have to blend this shit out. Otherwise you look like a victim of like sunburn while skiing or something. Mm-hmm. I've never been in like better shape in my life, I would say, because of all the running that I'm doing. And it feels so like empowering. It's like giving skinny legend while also being physically fit, making sure I'm nourishing myself. There's a lot of girls, and like we talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but there's a lot of girls in the community that just rely on like really unhealthy eating disorders in order to be thin and, you know, feel more feminine or whatever the hell you want to call it. And and even just women in general, and like the eating disorder shit is so bad. Like it really messes with your body, mind and soul. And there we go. I do like the peachy glow that this gives though. What do I think about weed dips? I don't know what weed dips are, so I have no opinion on them. As someone who changed their endocrine system, what are some things you miss about the male one? Energy, libido, lean body, is there anything you miss? Thank you for the transparency and kindness. That's such an interesting question. Like, thank you for asking something a little more thought-provoking. I feel like there's definitely a nuance there. I think there's a lot of people in the trans community, like specifically trans women, they're like actually crazy and bonkers. And what the fuck is this song? I'm not into it. Anyways, sorry. So there's a lot of people in the community that are so delusional, and they try to convince themselves that everything about transition is 100% better for you, and they're living their true lives, and like Jesus, God, and the stars have aligned to make them a woman, and like every aspect of, you know, suckling at the teat of horse piss estrogen has like created, you know, the parting of the Red Sea, the Moses experience. And it's like, shut up. Like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, because let's be honest, taking hormone pills, it fucks with your liver. There are side effects. All those like delusional girls that are like, I'm having my period. It's like, no, bitch. Like, you're taking an estrogen pill and you're probably having a liver spasm, or you're constipated. Who knows? So like, you know what I mean? Like, they try to convince themselves that whatever's negative is just part of the experience of being a woman or whatever. And let me tell you, it's not. So shut the front door. But that being said, things that I miss, I mean, I don't necessarily like miss anything. I will say, like, and I will die on this hill, if you are going from male to female and you're like getting rid of your testosterone and you're taking all estrogen, you are going to lose sex drive. It's a fact of life. Like, estrogen is not the driving force behind sex drive. It's just not. Sorry, hate to break it to you. It's not. Women even have, you know, cycles, right? As we just discussed. And part of their cycle, like during the ovulation cycle, which is when they're the most libido-fied, is when they are having an increase of testosterone. Their body releases more testosterone so that they will want to procreate and have children. And that's like common throughout animals, you know, like animals can be in heat, you know, the saying, the bitch in heat, you know, like that kind of vibe. That is from a burst of testosterone. And now guess what? If you're taking hormone pills, you're taking blockers, you're not getting that cycle. You're not having that like monthly release of testosterone that makes you feral. And so in some ways, I feel like I'm missing that element of like, voracious sexual appetite, like the libido aspect in that way. Like, I feel like I could maybe reach out to an endocrinologist or someone who specializes in hormones and see about microdosing testosterone every once in a while, because I definitely like noticed a sharp dip in sex drive, especially after getting bottom surgery. Because like, obviously, if you forget to take your hormone pills or whatever and you don't have the surgery, then like your body's gonna start producing testosterone again. So like, it's a little bit more natural that way. Whereas like, you know, someone who's literally castrato, a little bit of a eunuch moment, you're not gonna be producing those natural waves of testosterone. So you're gonna be drier than the Sahara. You're never gonna have an O. You're going to see men and they're gonna reek to you and not be attractive. But I just know the second I get my hands on a little fleck of testosterone, bam, libido, libaceous, everything, you know? I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass because I've never taken testosterone. But I would like to take, maybe they have like those pumps with like the little bit of like foam or cream that comes out or whatever. Take like a little micro pump and then just like rub it on my arm, and then all of a sudden, catch me at the club. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so it is what it is. I just think, so libido, I guess, is one of those things that when you transition, you kind of sacrifice in a way. Just because, you know. And then what else? Honestly, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I can think of to me. Like the whole lean body thing, I can't relate. Hashtag skinny, like literally so skinny. Anyways, so. But I will say I do a lot of running and I eat well. So I have like a good mindset with that. So, yes. And I know I look good. Like, it's not even just like a conceited thing anymore. Like, just lately, like when I go out, you know, you can just tell. Like, people open doors. It's like such a superficial world we live in. It really is. And that's coming from someone who was like never attractive growing up, like never looked at other than like, you know. And so I see the difference, I see the change, and I feel like I can comment on it, you know? What about brain fog or feeling like a cardboard cutout? What do you mean by feeling like a cardboard cutout? I don't really understand what that means. It doesn't really make sense to me. Feeling like a cardboard cutout. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Brain fog, maybe. It's hard to tell because once you're in it, it's like, how would I know what brain fog is? But like, I will say, like, I don't feel like I'm that foggy compared to everyone else I know in life. I still get shit done. Maybe I have a little bit more fatigue. Once I started spironolactone for T-blocking, my acne cleared up instantly, so it's been a plus. Love that for you. I will say I've never had acne in my life. It just doesn't, I don't know her, never had her. I think I was just really lucky with certain genes. I don't know what it is. Just hit the genetic lottery, I guess. Like, it's the Swedish genes, I think. Just like tall, skinny, perfect skin. I even got good hair. I mean, it doesn't look good right now, but I had good hair, despite, you know, my mom's side of the family, very thin, crepey hair, not very nice, super thin. Like, my mom's hair is like, this is her whole head, like, would fit in a ponytail like this. But somehow I got this, which makes no sense, obviously from my dad's side. So, yeah, I don't know. I like to think I got the best of both worlds. No pun intended. No problem, Zane. I'm glad you enjoyed my answers. I'm so open. Like, you know, I'm going to talk about everything and just be real. And I appreciate, like, the genuine questions because they're more insightful. I hate when people are just, like, trying to promote themselves on my channel and they'll be like, I just had my first hormone pill. And it's like, girl, shut up. No one cares. Hey Maya, how have you been? I'm sick with COVID-19 right now. Oh my gosh. Talk about throwback. Well, I'll feel better soon. My male hairline sucks. I'm so jealous of your hair. Thank you. Sorry, I just got a text. Have you guys ever seen me do that? It's me being like, oh, I'm reading a text too now. Oh my gosh, Antonio, thank you. So sweet. First super chat of the day, serving it up Gary's way. Amazing. We're almost at 50 likes. Thank you. But back to hairlines. My hairline I also don't love. So we don't have to, like, you know, nitpick and be like, oh my god, like, your hairline's great, mine sucks. It doesn't really matter. It's freaking 2024. Who cares? Women's hairlines come in all different shapes and sizes, and I've seen bald women, like, walking around with, like, 3 hairs blowing in the wind, and they were definitely not trans. And so you just don't have to, like, associate it necessarily with that. You can also get hair plugs or whatever. That's what Elon Musk did, right? Harry Styles, all those men. They all got plugs. I'm sure there's tons of women getting it done too. I see women every day on TikTok getting their hairlines redone. It's not a trans thing. It's a person thing at this point, you know? That's what I started doing with my transition, separating that mentality of like, I need to have this done because I'm trans. And being like, oh, like, just women in general have different hairlines. But what I'll do sometimes to help with my hairline is I will separate my bangs like this, and then I put my hair up, and the bangs, they kind of, like, you know, hide the hairline a little bit, and then you're just like, damn, who's that bitch serving? Because you can have that, like, little Pam Anderson, Kim K moment. You know what I mean? You can find ways to just disguise anything. Just get some freaking hairspray and just, like, root spray. Love it. WTF, I take my shags back. What the hell? Who are you? Get out of here. Your hair looks good. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Okay, we've done the skin makeup. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. Any other thoughtful questions from people? Do you keep running all the seasons or only spring and summertime? Yeah, I will say, I only really started running seriously, I would say actually in January, so that's still the winter. January is very cold here in Canada, so yeah. I'm an every time runner, but I will say it's so much harder to run in the winter here because you have to be on a treadmill. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be running in like -15 Like, I'd rather die. That being said, like, running on a treadmill is so freaking boring compared to running outside. Like, there's no hot guys to run by. There's no, you know, people just like ogling at you and giving you confidence while you listen to Slut Pop on repeat. It's just so much more difficult to find the motivation. I'm very much like Tinkerbell. I just need like people to cheer me on and to observe me and to like, you know, just be a part of the experience. I hate running just by myself on a treadmill, looking in the mirror. It's just not the vibe. So, is what it is. How am I doing this evening? I'm doing good, Joe. How are you doing? I hope everyone's having a nice little vibey Friday evening. It's like pretty chill here in Toronto. It's kind of rainy. I'm not in like the go out, go crazy mood. That'll be me tomorrow. Serving it up. Has the IPL machine worked well? Everyone talks about YouLike. Would you recommend YouLike or professional salon laser? Yeah, no, I like YouLike. What I will say though is if you want more intense results, you can go to a salon because you will get quicker results because they have like what's the word, like regulated supercharged laser machines that you legally can't operate without a license. So they have like really intense ones there, and those ones are gonna hurt, and those ones are gonna like be more, they'll leave your skin red and like they'll be more intense that way. So maybe like I would recommend the salon for, you know, facial hair more so. But that being said, the YouLike is great for armpits, legs, everything else, you know, anywhere else below the neck. I would totally recommend like just give the YouLike opportunity to work. Try it for like a couple months and you'll notice the hair gets patchier and patchier, easier to shave, and it grows back slower and slower. And that's the same way with laser hair removal at a salon. And it's so much cheaper to use YouLike on your body. The reason why I said the face for the salon, if you wanted, was only because it's a smaller area. It's not gonna cost as much as if you like get all your legs, your whole bikini, your taint, your armpits. Like that's gonna cost so much fucking money, you know, if you went to a salon. So like, yeah, try it out. How many seasons does Toronto have? I feel like Texas, there are only 2 or 3 seasons. That makes sense. Yeah, so Toronto has the full 4 seasons, and we actually have very extreme weather compared to the US or Europe. There are parts of the US that would experience similar conditions because we are bordering, right? So it's not like we're on, you know, Timbuktu compared to the US. But we have like very cold winters with like torrential snow, blizzards, -20. And then we have very hot summers, sometimes getting close to 40 degrees. And then we have everything in between. We have falls with like the gorgeous like Christian girl fall with the autumn leaves falling. The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. Yeah. And then we have spring. I would say spring is kind of underwhelming here because it kind of goes from like cold to hot really fast. So that's like one thing here in Toronto that I feel like we don't have as much, but we do have a cherry blossom season. Oh, Courtney, I am gonna be Faye, Courtney Faye, however people recognize you on Twitch. I'm gonna be playing Fortnite tonight, so I'm ready. But I didn't realize it was a new season. I'll have to tell Lauren to update so that she can join us. Speaking of SoCal, we have like barely 1 season, true. I will say I am a summer girl. I love, love, love the heat. I am all about the heat. Like that's my life. Like I don't care for winter. I don't want to be here when it comes. But you know, what's a girl gonna do? This is definitely giving like 80s corn vibes. Like this music. We're 1 like away from 50 likes. Who's gonna be lucky number 50? Thank you. I love these nails too. They're so fun. I call them Santorini blue. I will say I do love a Toronto summer. Toronto summers, there's nothing quite like them in the world. They're gorgeous. Everyone's just happier in the summer. Life is good. I'm gonna be so sad when summer's over. Like I literally go into depression. Summer is like my life. Get me out of here. Help. Okay, where's my mascara? Thank you guys. We're at 56 likes. We blasted through the 50 cap. Thank you, thank you. Hi Maya, I was wondering if you have any tips to stop trying to compare your transition to other trans women to be good enough. I would say just like tap out from social media. Just like focus on yourself. And also like look back at, you know, your milestones that you've been documenting. We all take photos. We all have memories on our Facebook wall. You can look back and be like, wow, look how far I've come in my journey. Because you really don't need to be like comparing yourself to others. We all come from different walks of life. We all have different backgrounds, different obstacles we've overcome that have nothing to do with being trans. And so we all get to where we need to be at different times in our life. And there's no need to compare, you know? Some people are born into like wealthy families and they could transition like super fast, snap of the finger. Some people, you know, they gotta fight for everything like you and me. So it's just gonna take a little bit longer. I think I had my first surgery like 4 or 5 years into my transition. And I remember before that, I was just thinking to myself, wow, like my transition's going so slow. But you have to learn to enjoy every like part along the way. Do I still talk to my high school friends? That's a good question. I definitely still have them on social media, well, some of them, but I'm not close with any of them, unfortunately. But I think with time, we all just kind of grow apart a little bit, you know? But would I be happy to see them again? Of course I would. It would be like kind of fun. But I will also say like, I've met a handful of them like post-transition, but a lot of them don't really know me in my current form, unless they've kept up with social media, but even then, the relationship dynamic would just be a little bit different. So I feel like it's been sometimes a barrier in my life between the people that I was closer with before and the people I don't really have as much of a relationship with anymore. I think part of it is that I just felt the need to like start fresh, and I just didn't know how people would react, you know? So I kind of just had to like do me and see what happened. Have a good night, Ham Popper. Thank you, Raymond. Canada in general has a hard time keeping like American franchises open. We just don't vibe with them, I guess. I miss when we used to have Target. I'm one of the ones who is not fortunate to be born into a wealthy family or even a supporting one. I am fortunate enough to have already been passing with minimal effort. Love that. That helps so much and it makes such a difference, especially with employment. Hi, Joanne. What are your thoughts on the current plastic surgery craze? I'm all for women supporting women, but not gonna lie, some girlies be out here looking whack. At the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, people can get whatever they want done. I do think that there's like, you know, a healthy line where we stop focusing on just our appearances and we just focus on like things we're passionate about. Like, you can tweak things, you can improve things, you can increase your sexual viability and your league of partners. Like, let's be honest, being hot affords you a whole new opportunity when it comes to dating and finding partners. Like, you're just in the upper echelons of dating, if that makes sense. Does it solve all your problems? No. Are you more likely to have like a relationship where someone cheats? Yes, because when you're hot, the temptation is there and it's offered to you so much more often than when you're not hot, you know? Like, the uglies are the ones getting married like really young and like having families and children and being faithful to each other and living the best lives because their ugliness keeps them together, and I really envy that. But sometimes you just have to like take the hand you've been dealt and look for that deeper connection. It can be hard because you have all these fakes coming after you and trying to seduce you with their lies when they are not genuine, nice people. They just want to use you for your body and they don't care about your mind and soul. And it's a very superficial world, so you just have to kind of know that. And so if you focus too much on the surgery and on the appearance and the looks, you're gonna attract that superficial energy to you. And you need to just really sit down, meditate, and manifest what you want out of life. And maybe that is what you want. Maybe you want that, but yeah, so it is what it is. I'm just being honest. Like, my dating profile is like witty and cute. Also, huge shout out to Chris. Thank you so much for super chatting. Like, I have like a decently witty, funny, quirky like dating profile, but obviously I have the hottest photos in the world because like we all need to have that on our dating profiles. We gotta show like, you know, what's up. And whenever I've gone on dates with guys, it's so aggravating because I'll sit with them and I'll be like, oh, I liked this about your profile. I like that you liked this musician. Like, I like this or that, you know, like I really like looked at their profile and was like, will I be compatible with this person, you know? And then I'm sitting across from them and I'm like thinking to myself, oh, like, and then I say, I'm always like, what did you like about my profile? Like, what do you like about me? Like, what intrigued you? Like, what made you curious about me? And it's literally always the only thing they say is how I look. And it's so sad. And then I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking to myself, oh, you know? Oh, okay. So it's not very flattering feeling. It would be flattering and like it can be in a superficial way, but when you're not like engaged with as a person, it just makes you feel like, you know, it could be anybody sitting across from them as long as they found it hot. And in the words of Adriana Lima, a man would F a McChicken. So it's not very flattering to be like attractive in like such a superficial way. Maybe I need to dress more like a nun and wear glasses all the time and carry books. And look like I have a story. My mental health has improved greatly by deleting all the dating apps off my phone. They made me feel lonelier than I actually am. I love that. That's so smart. I just go through cycles. And because I don't really like work with other people and I don't like have a lot of social interaction in like an organic way in my regular day-to-day life, I feel like I have to put myself out there and like really like try to date. Like, I would never have had a relationship if I didn't like put myself out there. I've really had to over the years. You too, James. Hope you're having a good day. Do these dates ever go anywhere? Right? Not the ones that are just like superficial. As soon as I know a guy is like only into me for like one reason, which is like probably 90% of the time, then I'm like, not interested. It's just like unattractive to me. For me, like personality and like the vibe of our relationship is just as important as looks, like in terms of attraction. Like, I cannot be attracted to like a 10 out of 10 hot guy if his personality is disgusting and like he makes me feel like dirt. Like, I would never. Sahara Desert, legs closed, iron chastity belt, like just go away, you know? Like, I could have like 10 himbos on speed dial for a good time, for a one night moment, and it's just not my thing. Like, I'm not interested. So I don't know where these men get the audacity thinking that I'm some like desperate, you know, looking for just like any form of validation, because I'm not. I don't care, you know? Like, what are you gonna do for me in terms of a relationship, you know? Like, are you gonna bring joy to my life? Are you gonna see me for who I am? Are you gonna, you know, honor the goddess before you? Just kidding, I'm fucking with you guys. But yeah, so like I feel like I bring a lot of, you know, a lot of compassion, a lot of insight, humor, all this stuff to a relationship, and I want them to bring the same in return. I don't want to feel like I'm the one who's always teaching the partner everything. I don't want to feel like I'm the one who's like always cooking and always like making sure things are nice and good. I want someone who meets me where I'm at. Like, I want to be surprised. Like, I want a guy to be like, oh, I booked dinner tonight and like, I'm not telling you where it is, we're just gonna go. And then I go and it's like a really nice place and it's so lovely and everything's good. I've had frogs do that, and they're like, I'm gonna take you somewhere and like I'm not gonna tell you where it is, and then we drive for like an hour to some remote ugly park, and he pulls out a fucking 10-cent croissant and like some ugly spumante bambino, and I'm sitting on like a freaking towel in an ugly park besides a freaking back digger, and it's just like not giving aesthetics, it's giving cheap. The spumante bambino tastes like freaking syrup, and you're just wondering to yourself, what did I do to deserve this? So I'm not about that vibe, not anymore, baby. Great news, Maya. The weekend I'm going to the Woodward Dream Cruise to see all the classic cars. Love that. I love a good old car moment. And a huge shout out to Ishtian for super chatting. Thank you, thank you. We almost have $25 in super chats. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to everyone who's been thumbsing up. We're at 61 thumbs up. It always helps with engagement. And I just love chatting with you guys and talking shit. What are your thoughts about purchasing Christian Louboutin heels? Do you have a favorite pair? I would love a pair of Christian Louboutins, but I don't have the money. I actually don't really own anything designer. I own like minor designer, that's what I call it. Like, I have like a Telfar bag, but it was like not that expensive. And then I also have a bag that was sent to me by some brand in Singapore that no one knows. So like, you know what I mean? I don't actually have designer, but yeah. It has definitely happened to me before, David. Very perceptive. I went on some really crummy dates, and even some with long-term relationships where like I just was questioning everything, like lack of taste. Like, I need to date someone who really has taste, because I was all the taste in my last relationship. Like, the vibes were never met, and I kept telling myself the vibes are superficial. Like, if they treat you nicely and they're making an effort, it doesn't matter if it was actually good. And the truth is, no, the vibes are everything, because the vibes are your compatibility, you know? I was like rarely impressed, so I'm just looking to be impressed and to like enjoy the moment. But I don't go on dates that often. Like, I probably go on a date maybe once a month. What's my favorite classic car in Toronto? Favorite classic car. I love the Cruella de Vil. What's it called? Is it like an Oldsmobile? I don't know. It's called something. What does she drive? Is it a DeVille? Is that what it's called? I don't know. When are we gonna open our restaurant? Ooh, I'd love to open a restaurant, but I also wouldn't, because I definitely feel like it's stressful. Thank you for subscribing, Dylan. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Michael. Have I ever thought of dating trans men or trans women or non-binary people? Would that help? I haven't really thought of it. It's not something I'm like looking for, if that makes sense. Like I look for the person. Am I attracted to you? Am I not attracted to you? I'm not just gonna like start searching for like a trans man. I would date like, you know, I would date a trans man if I was attracted to him. I would date a non-binary. Well, I was gonna say a non-binary man, but like, I don't know if I would, and also it wouldn't be a non-binary man. It would just be a non-binary period. But you know what I mean? Like, I need a man in my life. Like, I don't want like whatever else that is. It's not my vibe. I need like some balance to my chaotic feminine energy, and I don't think a he/they would bring that. Unless the he/they is like perceptively masculine to me, and the they part is just like he wears a dangly earring and a crop top. Because then sure, I'm into it. But like, you know, I'm just, it's what it is. She drove a Panther DeVille coupe. I love that. I would have a Panther DeVille coupe and a long cigarette holder. I kind of need to eat something before I stream on Twitch. I don't know what the heck I feel like making. I kind of just want to like boil up some pasta and make like a pasta tuna salad. Maybe. I feel like that could be good. Nice and simple. And I could have some while I stream. Just have to make sure I have tuna, which I think I do. Yes, I do. I'm gonna make pasta tuna salad. That'll be a sleigh. And I've got celery I can put in it. I've got some dill, mayo, peas. Just a classic, very North American, bland side dish, but very tasty if you put the right ingredients together. I'm just grabbing my pots and pans. Thank you, Cyber. Do you do cooking live streams here? I do. I'm kind of doing one right now. We've kind of transitioned into a little cooking moment. It's not going to be like the most gourmet dish you've ever seen in your life, but will it be tasty? Yes, it will. So I'm just going to fill up this pot with water. Ignore the clutter on my counter. I'm like in the middle of filming an entire YouTube video haul with some cute items. You guys will have to stay tuned for that. I'm doing a huge haul, and there's so many cute things. Like, look at this necklace. It's got like little evil eyes on it. I love it. See how it matches my nails? You guys are gonna see this in the YouTube video. You have to tune in. Thank you so much, Rue, for sending that super chat. Thank you, thank you. Sis, help. I agreed to a FaceTime date, but think it's gonna resemble your FaceTime date from hell. Oh my goodness. Well, those, okay, you have to have optimism, because even if it turns out bad, which it may, you have to tell yourself like you're doing it for the plot. Like you're doing it for the entertainment. You have no stake in the game. You can hit hang up at any time, hang up and block. There is no kind of stakes when it's a FaceTime date. So just do it for the plot. Thank you, Karthik. How did I like the last episode of House of Dragon? I was flabbergasted. It was so boring. My jaw hit the floor. Drool was flowing out like the River Tiber. And I just could not fathom how they could do a finale and make it so boring. Like, it was so boring. It probably has to be one of the most least eventful finales in Game of Thrones / House of Dragon history. I was shooketh. Not my vibe. Not good. Terrible. And that's how I feel. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna do classic shell pasta for this dish. It's gonna be a shell pasta tuna salad. Ooh, almost had pasta go everywhere. I'm gonna do self-tanner tonight. I might be going to that beach party tomorrow, even if it rains. I thank God every day for keeping me safe from some of the past men I dated. Oh my goodness. Same, Pamela. What are the standards you are looking for? Okay, standards I'm looking for. This is like helpful for me too. Just like a guy who's really nice and thoughtful, who like has a good job, who like has future plans, who sees a future with me and isn't just like with me for now, you know what I mean? I kind of felt like with my last relationship, it started to give like no commitment vibes, like I don't plan on staying with you forever and I'm just doing this for now. And then you feel kind of like used and like your relationship was just a stepping stone to something else. And so I kind of felt that way towards the end of my last relationship. So you really have to have high standards these days. Otherwise you just end up wasting your time. And I'm not here to like, you know, be some guy's mom and like teach him how to be a good boyfriend. Because sometimes you can feel resentful when like you've put in so much work to help someone in a relationship and to like show them how to be a better partner or whatever. And then they take all your tips and then they bring it to like a different relationship and you're like bitter about it. I mean, like, I don't care. I've moved on, but like, it just ends up being a waste of time because you can tell yourself, and like I'm one of those people who's like, oh, I want to help someone. I want to like help someone as if they're like a project that like they have issues they're going through, they're struggling with things. I want to be there for them. I want to help them and I want to help them grow. And like a partner should want to do that, but at the same time, if it involves too much of your help or your, you know, input, then I just feel like it's not going to work out in the end because you're just not with the right person. And so I'm not in that vibe anymore. Like, I just want someone who's already a package deal, who doesn't need like all of that stuff. Oh my God. No one is gonna vibe with a new pandemic. Like, it's not happening. I will join the truckers and drive to Ottawa. Like, I'm done with lockdown theory. And if you're talking about monkeypox, I'm pretty sure it's only sexually transmitted or from contact, not airborne. So I don't know. Thank you so much, Karthik. Is a good job meaning he must have a good bank account? Yes. Well, like, basically, a good job is like a steady income, like a career, and, you know, being able to like do things. I don't want no broke boy. It's not gonna happen. I'm over it. Like, I'm literally 29 years old. I don't have time for broke guys who like don't want to shell out. Like, I'm done with it, you know? It's over. No more brokies in my life. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Like, I have dated broke guys my whole life. It's time for me to turn over a new leaf. At least if I was dating rich guys, I would have some like designer to show for it. But I always looked for personality. I'm not saying I'm gonna be like superficial going forward, but I just have some bare minimum quotas that need to be met, as I'm sure we all do in life. I have my own place, I have my own dog, I have my own life. And I don't want to be dating like a basement dwelling homeboy who like doesn't pay his own rent, you know? I'm just not into it. We'll see what happens though. I'm not gonna lie, the guy that I potentially am going on a date with tomorrow, I really don't see it going anywhere. But I'm just going for fun. We'll see. I'm doing it for the lore. You never know, it could turn out great, but I don't think it's going to be that good. No more brokies. Amen to that. The water is boiling. Well, it's getting close to boiling. I'm just trying to like quickly empty all my dishes out of my dishwasher. I thought you were rich. I am rich in character. Do you guys have any standards for your future relationships? Let me know so I can incorporate some of them into mine. I do have a full dishwasher. I never had one growing up, and only when I moved to the city did I ever have one. And I absolutely love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So convenient. When it works properly anyways. Sometimes I dislike humans so much. What does that mean? So general. Sorry, I'm just trying to like hold you guys while also putting away all my dishes. Let's keep the comments to a minimum, Karthik. We're trying to keep things appropriate here. We're not on OnlyFans. Okay, I'm gonna add my... What's that? I'm adding my pasta. How much to add? I don't know. Maybe this much. It's a lot, but I want to make a bunch. Should have a little spoon one. There it is. I wish I still had a wooden spoon, but I don't. We've just got this gray spoon, silicone, which is good, but... Is it raining? It is. It's kind of raining. It's like on and off rain. Very gray. Sorry, people have no idea what it takes to become rich from social media. Think if you can provide for yourself, you are already very lucky. Yes. I feel like you can only become rich on social media if you have like millions of followers. Otherwise, you just end up like making like an average amount or barely scraping by. It's never gonna be like, you know, the key to all your, you know, questions in life. Thank you so much for the super chat, Amelia. You're so, so sweet. We just hit $37 in super chat. I appreciate it so much. I'm actually thinking of launching memberships on YouTube for the podcast and just like for my regular content. Simply because I've had Patreon for a while. I find it difficult to upload to both platforms, and I feel like it would inspire me to upload more often if I had YouTube memberships. So I'm considering starting that. I'm just putting this little lid in my pan. Goulash. I've never had goulash. What is goulash? Do you keep a lot from donations and subscriptions? I think I get to keep 70%. I think YouTube takes 30%. So it's a decent chunk. I wish they only kept like 15 or 20. But you can't complain, right? I have been so tempted to do OnlyFans over the years because I've seen so many girls make so much good bang from it, and I'm very jealous on that front. But I just don't think I could. I just don't think I could like do it as a person. Like it just wouldn't. It would be something I would regret personally, like for myself. So I don't think I would do it. Yeah, I'd rather like try harder at acting than to do OnlyFans. But I know not everyone has a choice. And also, if it is your choice and you're making bank, then good for you, because I feel like most people wouldn't. And so you're like the 1%. Why were so many people hating on your Ava Chris Tyson pod and trans athletes? I think there's a lot of like insecure people out there, because I like even forced myself to rewatch the pod because I wanted to know like what people were freaking out about. And I watched it again and I'm like, wow, I was so respectful. I was so well worded. I definitely was not coming for trans lesbians. I think a lot of people thought I was like coming for trans lesbians. I even say several times throughout the pod, like, you can like date whoever you want to date, but I notice a pattern of specifically predatory, creepy men that like, they act creepy towards women, like when they identify as men, and then they transition, but their transition is like wearing lipstick, women's underwear, and high heels, and like, you know, having inappropriate touching on themselves and whatever, and it's like their fetish, and then they call themselves a woman, and it's like, that's disturbed and insulting to women. And I called that out, and apparently these trans lesbians thought I was like lumping them in with that, but it's like, if you are taking that information and you're acting as part of the offended, then you have more issues going on than you think. And that's the truth, T. So, is what it is. I couldn't see you doing OnlyFans, Maya. You already have YouTube and Twitch too, and the Brain Rot episodes too. So true, Michael. I'm not gonna do OnlyFans. Do not worry. I feel like you have the perfect look for modeling, like high street fashion modeling. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. But I'm definitely too old and over the hill. At least that's what I tell myself. I'm very like self-effacing. I'm like, oh, too old. Not gonna happen. That being said, I don't think I read as older. I've had too many experiences recently, and I don't know if it's because of how I'm doing my makeup or what, but like I literally got carded, like ID'd. Sorry, I'm just trying to like fix the lighting. I got carded to even sit on a patio this weekend, or not even this weekend, it was Wednesday. I went with my sister to just like go sit on a patio. We weren't even gonna drink, and they ID'd us to even let us on the patio. And in Canada, to be ID'd means that they thought that you could have been younger than 19, because 19 is our drinking age here. So I was like, damn, like I'm getting ID'd to even sit on a patio? That's a flex. Age is just what you make of it, you know? So I'm just gonna position us so that we can do some celery. I actually don't have as many veg as I would normally have for this type of salad. I'm gonna do 2 pieces of sal. Wow, why does this already not feel fresh? I hate rubbery celery. What else? You're definitely not too old for modeling. Thank you, Camilla. I could do middle-aged modeling. I feel like I'm looking like really skinny today. Living. We all have those days where we're just like, damn, something is right. Your sis looks 15 and you look 24. Love that. Maybe it's because I was with my sister and that's why we got ID'd. Although I did get ID'd at the LCBO, the liquor store too. Honestly, I've been ID'd every single time I go out lately, which I love. Living. That's how you know you're getting older, when you get excited that you get ID'd. My early 20s, it was like just that's the way things were. And then when you started to not get ID'd, you're like, ooh, they know I'm older. Now it's like, please ID me. Please, show me to me, Rachel. ID me. I might be younger than 19. Thank you, Karthik. Do you still go to castings for roles? No, I literally have done no acting lately. Zero, zilch. Kind of my fault. I kind of just fell off. I don't know what to say, you guys. I really dropped the ball. I think I got tired of the kinds of roles that I was being sent. I was always sent like non-binary, genderless, you know, whatever, number 3, or like girl whose entire plot is being transgender, number 4, or, you know, it was just like too much for me. And I was like, honestly, I don't enjoy the roles I'm being sent. I wouldn't even want to act in them even if they paid me. Like, and then you just like lose your mojo. Have to write my own. Thank you, Karthik. I think it depends on the lighting too. At least you didn't get ID'd for buying an energy drink. Can you get ID'd for buying an energy drink? I guess maybe if you're like under 14 or something, like if you're like a kid. But who the hell looks that young? You probably have to have a genetic condition at that point. Like that would not be positive. Celery. I might put shallots in this, to be honest. I feel like that would be good. I love celery. It's such like a skinny vegetable. Like you burn more calories chewing it than you consume. It's amazing. I don't think I can chop the ends of this, but I'm gonna try the celery. Oh, I'm getting skinnier already. I think I should just lie about being transgender and infiltrate the industry as a stealth cis woman. It was probably too late for that. You already have 240K subscribers. That's what I thought. You will easily get more. True. Well, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Magnifique, Matt. La céleri est ma légume préféré. Thank you, Karthik. Okay. Smellery. What next? What next? Let's do our tuna so that I have the strainer free. Okay. I love just hanging out with you guys because I feel like more inspired to get shit done because I have company. I hate just like hanging out alone 24/7. So it's nice to have you guys with me. Thank you for accompanying me as I do things. Let's do the tuna. It'll be like my protein. I'll probably put some peas in as well. We love a little green pea moment. I just have to grab my can opener. Barbie or Sex and the City? Sex and the City all the way. No offense, I didn't love the Barbie movie. I know everyone loved it. I was very like, I thought it was mid. I didn't think the plot was very original and I thought it was very like by the numbers. Yeah, I just wasn't that impressed, to be honest. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my fave. I also just think it was so overhyped. Oh shit. The tuna's like falling out. I'm gonna rinse it anyways, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Rinsing the tuna. I never thought I'd be a bitch who eats tuna when I was younger. It's just the smell was repulsive to me. I wouldn't eat any seafood back then, actually. But ever since I went vegan, I feel like I starved myself so hard that like I just craved supple flesh. Now I'll eat any animal. So I'm just gently patting in the tuna to dry it off. So I'm gonna like put the pasta in here too. I need to get like a big bowl for this tuna salad. What about sociology? What about sociology? I think we love the vibe, not the actual movie. Yeah, the vibe was good. Of Barbie. Do you mean the sociology of Barbie? Because I don't really understand that question. I just genuinely thought the Barbie movie was boring. Sorry. That's like my only thing. I didn't think it was that innovative. I didn't think it was that groundbreaking. I like the message of like how Barbie is everything and like women feel like they have to be everything. But like beyond that, it's just like the rest of the film was just very like boring. I was like, I could do without. Thank you. Would I ever become a nurse? No. There's like a running joke here where like all the mean girls from high school become nurses or something like that. I don't know. So it's funny that you asked me that. Okay, I'm gonna put these shells to rest. They look overboiled. I got distracted. I might have to run cold water on them. Prevent them from overcooking. They continue to cook while they're not in the pot because of the heat. Thank you, Roger. The pasta is being rinsed. Isn't my kitchen so cute with all the little plants? I'm just gonna let the pasta sit for a minute. We're gonna put together all of the ingredients in our bowl. So we've got our tuna. Now I'm just chopping up some celery. I just want it to be really fine because you want like little pieces of crunch in the salad. You don't want like a huge chunk of celery where you're like, oh my God. Thank you, B, so sweet. Can't believe it's Friday already, oh my goodness. Time flies. I didn't know this was a cooking channel. Very multifaceted, yes. I kind of do whatever I feel like, you know? So we've got celery and tuna. Now I'm gonna add some frozen peas. I just like the way that the peas add like a little pop of flavor. And peas, I learned from my vegan days, they're a really good source of protein. So as someone who's like always exercising and running, just adding some into the bowl. Oh, that was a lot of peas. Oh, I put so many peas in there. Oh well. Oh well, we need more protein, right? Call your stream beautiful my stream. Oh my God. You guys are crazed and unhinged. I'm not that conceited. Summer is already over. Next big thing is Halloween. God, summer's not over. I hate when people say that. Okay, I've just added the pasta in. So now we've got pasta, peas, tuna. I'm gonna add some pickle. pickle is always such like a delicious addition to salads. It adds like the right amount of like zest. These are like garlic dill pickles, so they're gonna be extra flavorful. If I can get them out of the jar. Let's do a little like top down angle so you can actually see what we're doing here. So I got the pickle. You can kind of see the bowl of the pasta here. I'll probably do 2 pickles. And now, one more pickle I think should do the trick. Thank you. This pickle feels weird. Still good. It was just extra juicy. Okay, pickles are in place. I do kind of feel like this salad needs like a pop of red. I wish I had like red pepper or something. I may not have red pepper, but I do have some sun-dried tomatoes. I just don't know if it's worth adding. I feel like it's not worth adding. Okay, for dressing, we definitely want to go mayo heavy. I'm also gonna like finely mince 1 shallot and put that in. I just think it'll be really tasty to have a little light onion flavor. I'm very sensitive about onions. I just don't like when it's like raw onion central. So if I do a shallot, it's like super small and just super mild, not like a biting onion. Yeah, exactly. You get it, Rue. Okay. Let's just have to chop this. Cutting shallots is so annoying because they're so tiny. I'm like really concentrating here. Okay, the shallot is done. Now we've got the pasta salad here. gonna mix together a dressing for this salad. It's going to comprise mostly of mayo, because that's like the classic like tuna salad vibe. So I'm just gonna spoon out some mayo first. And then I'm gonna get some mustard. Mustard always helps with dressings. Just about like a tablespoon or whatever. And then we've got some honey, just because like you have to add some sweetness if you're gonna add some sour. And we're definitely gonna be adding some sour. So there's the honey. I'm gonna add some pickle juice as my sour, because it's kind of vinegary. Hopefully that wasn't too much. And then we've got some dill as well, just to go on top as well. Gonna stir that in. What it looks like. I might have to adjust it a little bit as I taste it, but it's looking good. Wow, that's really good. I'm impressed with myself. I don't even think it needs anything. It was like the perfect amount of pickle juice. I might have to make more sauce though, just because it's a pretty big serving. Actually, it looks pretty saucy. I'm gonna try a little bite. Tell me why that's so good. I'm just adding some cracked pepper. I like to add pepper to everything. I'm so into this, you guys. It's perfect. So simple, so easy, and honestly so affordable, like, because groceries are so expensive these days. This is like very doable. You know what I might add into it? Some pepperoncini. I just feel like it'll add a little zest that like will be even better than what it already tastes like. I'm just taking a few pepperoncinis out. We'll do a little chop chop. It'll add some heat. I don't know what that little dinky one is doing. Okay. That's gonna add some heat for sure. All those seeds, so good. Okay. See if it's any hotter. Amazing. I'm gonna put some in a bowl right now and I'll eat it with you guys. It's gotten so dark in here since we started streaming. Just give me 1 second, you guys. And you know what I like to put with it? I like to put sometimes a little bit of Frank's. Just for a little extra kick. Thank you, Lars. Just gonna put away some of this stuff. So dark in here, I don't even know if you guys will be able to see me. Can you guys see me? If you guys will watch me make a tuna salad and eat it, you'll watch me do anything. I don't know what the thug shake is. So no. I'm doing a mukbang. I should change the name of the stream. Adding the pickle juice is like the secret ingredient for this. I did not know that 90% of people were right-handed. That's wild. I thought there was more left-handed people out there. I'm right-handed, but I'm kind of ambidextrous. Like, I can kind of do both. How did I like the last episode of House of Dragon? I feel like I already answered this question. It was just very anticlimactic. Like, I wanted, like, some battles. I wanted some drama. I wanted there to be a twist. I didn't read the book, so I just thought they could have, like, organized it a little bit better to have a twist. It was kind of boring. You want to fight? You want to fight, sir? Elio's, like, attacking me for my tuna salad. It's so good that Elio wants it. Do you want my tuna salad? Because you're not going to have it. I'm not sure, Supon. I'm 5'9", so I'm not sure. I think she might be taller than me. I don't roast height. There are short kings out there. I have yet to meet them. I went on a date with a guy who is 1 inch shorter than me, and the first thing he said to me was, "Wow, you're so tall." And he didn't say it like as a compliment. Who's clearly insecure. I have met Kim Petras. I have a photo with her on my Instagram. She's so cool. I love her. Oh my god. TMI, Matt. Hi, Halquin. Elio. I don't know what he's looking for. Do I like Popeyes? Yes, I love Popeyes. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Turn on my living room lights.
Sure. Turning 2 lights on.
Is that better? Yeah, no, I love Popeyes. So tasty. From Popeyes, favorite order. I really like their, they're like nuggets. Are they nuggets? Like the small pieces of chicken and you just dip them in like the blackened ranch or whatever. So good. And I also like their poutine. In Canada, we have a poutine at Popeyes. I don't know if you have that in the US. And then Their chicken strips, obviously. Their biscuits are yummy. But I don't really like their chicken burger. I just find the chicken is too thick. Like the breast. It's good and I like it, but like it's just a little too much chicken for me. The lights were actually not that hard to install. It's just a globe light, and then you just screw in the light bulb and you connect it to your phone. Pretty easy. And then I have it connected to Google. Because I have a speaker that has like it has Google built in, like, you know, Siri, Alexa, Google. I love that, Baron. Fave fast food chain. I don't know. It might be Popeyes. I also like Subway. I like... I don't know. Lately, McDonald's has been growing on me just because I was like vegan for so long. And it's fun to just go to McDonald's and get like, I don't know, a junior chicken or a McDouble, a snack size McFlurry. Like nothing's like amazing from McDonald's, but it's like reliable. So many options, right, Courtney? They had like no options when I was vegetarian. Like they don't even have like a veggie burger. So it was terrible. But now that I eat meat again, I'm like, so good. And those fries, those golden fries when they're fresh. Ah, so good. You guys are making me want McDonald's. And I just made this. That's so funny, Zane. Was that like a long time ago? I prefer Subway over McDonald's. Do I prefer Subway over McDonald's? Definitely certain moments, like for sure. I love a good Subway sandwich. Subway's kind of like getting more expensive though, at least the locations near me. It's like $20 for a sub combo. Like, I want what you have cooked a million times more than McDonald's. That's so sweet. I like Subway Italian sub. I like a turkey sub. Subway was dreamed for me when Wawa came into my life. What's Wawa? I don't even know what that is. We don't have Wawa here. But we do have like local like submarine places. Like Grandma Loves You and... what's that one on the West End? I was just there recently. Can't remember the name of it. Lambo's. Wawa is an East Coast thing. Well, I'm technically on the East Coast, so hopefully we get it up here in Toronto if we don't already have one that I don't know about. Ooh. I kind of stopped drinking pop just like by accident. That's fun, Courtney. Are they good subs though? Doesn't sound like it would be good if it's in a gas station. Best subs I've ever had. Completely ruined Subway for me. Ah, amazing. What music do you love? I like all sorts of different music. Lately, I've been getting more into EDM music. Like, I love me some Dom Dolla, John Summit vibes. I just like how fun it is. Coffee and Monster Energy drink sounds like a lethal combo. I'll have to look them up, Barons. Gas station worms, they help. I used to get some with my dad back in the day when we'd go fishing on the boat in our river. What are your thoughts on staying in cahoots with exes? I don't think that there's like a reason to, unless there's like, you know, you have like, depends what you mean by cahoots. If you have children, then sure. Or if you have like overlapping family in some kind of way, or big friend groups that overlap and you can have like a good relationship and move on, then sure. But if the only connection to you is them and there's no other connections like that involve them, then you really shouldn't, in my opinion. I don't think it would ever work out. Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad you didn't DIY in college, Dovidad. Vodka Red Bull is the most lethal drink, but I love it. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrifying. I've had like the classic Jaeger bombs, but not vodka Red Bull. I was always very against energy drinks and stuff because my mom like thought they were like poison from the devil when I was growing up. But now my fridge is stocked full of Alani. I've like indulged in a lot of vices this summer. As you guys know, I was vaping for about a month and a half and I loved it so much. Like I wish I had a vape right now. Like I never don't want a vape. And then that's how I knew I needed to take a break. It's not like I was like, you know, smoking it like every single, well, I was just smoking it every single day, but I wasn't smoking it like dusk till dawn kind of situation. And, I just needed a break from it and to see if I could. And so far, it's so good. 2 weeks vape free. And I will say, I don't really notice like a lot of difference. Maybe my vocal cords feel a little more fresh. Because vaping or smoking can like dry out your throat and stuff. So there's that. Do you still talk to your dad? Yes. I mean, my dad's like, I can contact him and like, I don't have any like, we don't have like a animosity or anything like that. He's just not really like an integral part of my life. Like he kind of like wasn't a super great father figure. He was very like an absent father kind of vibe. And so I don't know, it's just, it'll never be that like traditional like father child relationship with him. And I've just like accepted that and like accepted where it's at. And like I could, yeah, have a conversation with him if I want. I could like see him when I go home, like no drama. I've never surfed, but I have, what's it called? Is it paddle boarding? When you stand on like the board and you paddle? I've done that. Do you prefer absent boyfriend type of guys? No, who prefers that? I like when a boyfriend is obsessed with me and like wants to do nice things for me, acts of service, affirmation, like wants to plan dates with me, wants to hang out with me all the time, and is just obsessed with me. So I guess the opposite. Sometimes I think I could have like a narcissistic personality disorder because I feel like all of us like absent father girlies, it's like you need that validation and attention and you care more about getting that than the person you're getting it from. And so it can like read as like narcissism sometimes because you just want someone to be obsessed with you. It's what it is. At least I'm self-aware. So true, Barons. No surfing in Toronto. I love that, Faye. I would totally like a gamer boyfriend. There was this one guy that I was talking to. He was kind of cute, but kind of, I don't know. He wasn't like perfect for me by any means. I thought it would just be like a fun fling. And I was talking to him for a while. He was like an ex-professional hockey player. And like, I kind of go for the douchebag type, and he was like kind of like, you know, a douchey professional hockey player. And I don't know, we were very flirtatious with each other. And we were gonna like hang out, and then I messaged him and I was like, oh, by the way, like, you follow me on everything, like, you're, you know, you matched with me on, I think it was Bumble or something, like, basically, like, checking all the boxes. Like, I'm like, it said on my profile I'm trans, I talk about being trans on Instagram, like, you've heard in some of my posts from my podcast, like, I'm like, I just want to make sure you're aware. And then he like acted all dumb about it, was like, oh, actually I had no idea, but like, good for you, and like, it's not my thing, but like, you know, good for you, but yeah, sorry, it's not my thing. And I was just like, what the hell? I was like, honestly, that's fine. Like, he communicated it like okay. Like, he was a little bit more insensitive than that. Like, he was a bit like, you have fake boobs, you have fake, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of vibe. And it was just like cringe. I was like, oh my God, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. But I also expected it from him because he was like a professional hockey player with like no experience in this category. And so I think he was kind of shooketh. He like didn't want to believe it about me. And but I will say, like, I definitely know he's still into me. Like, he hasn't, I was expecting us to just like go our separate ways, but like, he never like removed me from anything, and like, he like lurks me 24/7. So I know he's still into it. If you're watching this, hello. But yeah, lack of attention to detail there. What lack of attention to detail? My father was not receptive to me coming out. How was yours? Oh, at first my dad didn't get it either, but like, my dad's kind of like a fool. Like, I didn't care what he thought. Like, I was just like, I don't care. Like, I was also living on my own, doing my own thing, and like, you know, he had no kind of control over me. If he had you on everything and still didn't realize you were trans. Yes, yes. Very much a lack of attention to detail. He clearly wasn't thinking with his head. I'll never forget, like, I think it was like 2017 or 2018. I had like half of the Leafs players like creeping all of my photos and my stories and everything. It was so weird. I have stories I could tell you guys, but I'm not that kind of tea girl. I don't spill the tea on people's business. I'll just leave it there. You guys are so funny. Do I wear braces? No, I don't. I did have braces when I was in high school, but no braces. I got them taken off. My teeth actually look really nice right now. They were looking kind of yellow for a while when I was in my like heavy coffee drinking phase. You are from Sweden, aren't you? I heard that in one of your videos. Hey, hey. I'm actually not from Sweden. I was born here, but my mom is from Sweden. And so like, I'm very Swedish, yes. Which I learned was a flex when I became an adult. I feel like I always was like feeling like it was weird to be Swedish because like none of my cousins here were Swedish. My mom didn't know anyone Swedish here. And so I just thought it was like weird to be Swedish and like different and like European. Like, it was treated that way when I was growing up, which is so weird because like, why? I think it's because I grew up in a small town. But then as soon as I like came to the city and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Swedish, everyone's like, what the fuck? That's so cool, because Sweden only has like 4 million people. It's such a small country to be from, which I didn't realize. Hi, Peanut. So now I'm proud to be Swedish. Take that. Was your dad there for your surgery or wishing you congratulations for your transition? I hate followers who aren't, by the way. They should love us unconditionally. Obviously, yes, they should. No, he wasn't there for anything. He doesn't even know I had the surgery. In fact, I had to go back and stay with my mom for like a month in between moving from Montreal back to here. And I was literally dilating in the bedroom. And my dad would come and visit randomly and be like, where's Maya? Like, I want to say hi to her. Like, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Because he knew I was staying with my mom. My parents aren't together. And my sister would be like, she's taking a nap, like leave her alone. Cause like I didn't want to tell my dad like, oh, by the way, I like chopped off my winky and I'm you guys get it. So I was just like, no. I'm back in my tea drinking phase and I'm gonna give it up just because I can see my teeth steadily getting yellowed. Oh yes. Have you ever been to Electric Island? I haven't, but I would like to go. I feel like it would be fun. Hi, Maria. Shout out to Brooklyn. Would love to go back. It's gorgeous there. I could believe that you were born in Sweden because Scandinavians are so fluent in English. We French suck at English. We are definitely not fluent. I think Swedish is more close to Germanic, and Germanic is much closer to English. And so I think the way that we phrase our words, like German people, Scandinavian people, we have like an easier time learning English because the sounds of things are much more similar. Can I ask chat? I said recent that the whole, oh, you're queer, I already knew is toxic and got timed out from a stream for 10 minutes. Was I wrong? Yes. If you say like, well, I don't know. It depends on your context of why you're saying it. Like, what are you implying? Like, oh, I already knew you were queer. That's just, it could seem as like condescending. So you just have to read the room. Like, it doesn't sound like a positive thing, and it sounds like you're putting down someone for being queer. So yeah. Yes. How do you cope with bigots? I don't care. Like, I just don't care. And I've realized, and you guys have to realize this too, bigots or anyone who's like hating on you for stuff that you can't control and like you're just living your life and it shouldn't bother them in any way. If they're hating on you, it's because they don't have a life. They're bored. They just are angry, hateful people. They're probably ugly. They're probably out of shape. They're probably, you know, living terrible, miserable lives. And their only way of staving off that miserableness is to try to spread it around to other people. And that's the way it goes. No one hot and successful has ever insulted me. No one hot has ever come for me. It never happens, and it never will. I believe Nordics have a very good education system compared to France. True. I wouldn't know. I don't know either. Whoops. Exactly. Aria knows the truth. Have you ever dated a girl while being a girl? I have not. Do you like a man that can take the lead, a bad boy, or a quiet guy? It does not matter to me. Like, you could be either of those things. I think probably not a quiet guy. A quiet guy isn't my vibe anymore. I've dated introverts and I just feel like I need someone who can be a little bit more flexible with socializing, and I don't want to feel like I'm like having time with my partner and then having time with my friends and having time with my, I don't want everything to be separate. I want it to mesh. I want to be like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's gonna come too, and like have everyone mesh and be a good time, you know? That's what I want. I don't want like weirdness, basically. Like, I want someone who's socially adept. Imagine hating your own life so bad you could use your free time degrading others. I could never. Yucky. So true. Even when I was like feeling my lowest, I was never like going online and talking shit to people. Like, that is such a level of brain rot that I cannot comprehend. Like, to go online and have a burner account and leave hate comments is so mentally ill. Like, the hate comments you get from people doing that, it's like peak mental illness. Like, those people are disturbed individuals. Like, please get help. That's the only thing I could think. If you only knew how many men tell me that some of T-persons made them switch. I don't really know what that means. Do you watch HRH? I do. I love her. She's so funny. Do I agree with everything she says? No. But I think she's so entertaining. She's so funny. And she has good vibes. You're a woman. Why refer to yourself as trans? I kind of use it interchangeably. I don't even, like, if I am living my day-to-day life, you guys, it's not a topic of conversation. It never is. It never will be. I just go out, live my life 99.9% of the time. It's never talked about and it's not a thing. it's a thing online because it's like a label and it's a way that people categorize me and whatever and the type of content I've made. But in real life, it's really not a thing. And like I come on here and I get questions about it, so I answer them, but like it's not a thing to me. Bum, bum, bum. I saw a newspaper report about a guy that has a very influential RW sphere, and he admitted that his life was drinking 6 liters of cider each night and going online. What's an RW sphere? This sounds disturbed. I don't even want to know. Let's stop with this conversation. It's disgusting. We're about to block you again. No kidding. Thank you for being so open and inspiring. Thank you, North. Thank you, thank you. My nails are the same color as your butterfly emoji. So cute. If anyone's in Toronto, hit up my girl. Take my hand, YYZ. Amanda Brown. So cute. Do you ever forget you're trans? I never. I always wake up knowing I'm trans. Skinny legend, as I should. I mean, do I forget I'm trans? I do, especially if I'm drinking alcohol. And I will say I forget I'm trans when I'm like in a relationship or I'm in like a romantic vibe with someone, because the way that, and it's gonna sound toxic to you guys, but the way that it like affirms you is so crazy, because no one will ever be as like intimately close with you as a partner and see every side of you and know every angle of you as a person. And then you can like really see how they interact with you and how they perceive you on that level. And, you know, just some of the relationships I've had or people I've been with, like, I just know that they saw me as a woman. And so to have that like mirrored back to me, it just would make me forget, you know? So on that level, yes, I do. I have had moments where I forgot. And also because I've transitioned surgically as well. Like literally yesterday, you guys, I was having one of those moments where I was like, I feel like it's normal. You wonder like, oh, like I transitioned, I forgot. And then I'm like, what would I have looked like as a man? Like, it's been so long since I ever even thought of myself that way. And so I like tried to shove all my hair into a snapback and put the hat on and like wear baggy clothes so I couldn't see my boob job and whatever. And I was like trying to look like the twink version of myself. And I just couldn't see a man in the mirror. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, it had been so many years since I'd ever had to like wear or do anything like that. Even my detransition video, like, I feel like I looked more masculine than I do now. And so because of like obvious reasons, time, hormone, surgery. And so I literally was like trying to like induce dysphoria, I guess, but in a very like intentional way. And I was dressing up and I was trying to like look like a man. And I realized, you know how like people come online and they say like, you're wearing the costume of a woman, you're like performing, like you're not real, all that stuff. I realized like how much of a performance it was for me to try to be a man. Like, it just was a performance. Like, I was like trying to like look manly. I was trying to like take photos like how guys do from like lower angles where they're like this and they're like, you know, with like thicker neck. And like I just could not get myself to look like a man. And I was like, wow. It was like kind of interesting. And so yes, I do forget sometimes. And I wish that for everyone who wants it, you know? Like, that's the point you want to be at in your life, in your transition. So, yeah. Do you have cosmetics with side effects? What? I got off my breast augmentation surgery a few hours ago. Congrats, North. Fresh off the surgery table. Still reeling from morphine. Outfit check. I'm wearing Dua Lipa's Puma collab on top. It's got the butterfly. And I think there's like a butterfly somewhere else. Is there one on the back? There is. There's the butterfly. And then I'm wearing a Lululemon body jumper suit. It's just like one of these, like, you know, almost looks like a bathing suit from like the 1930s or something. So I love my own company, but I find it hard to make genuine friends in Toronto, especially in non-party settings. I find people here not all have this crazy ego and look at you as competition. It's so true, Yasmin. Like, I agree. I feel the same way too. So true, especially in like influencer spaces. You guys are making me wish I had a vape right now. I don't know why. I just bought this cute plant the other day. It's called a Fittonia, I think. So cute. It doesn't smell like anything. I don't know why I smelled it. Love that for you, Zane. I don't forget the journey and like the path it took to get here, but I do sometimes forget I think what I'm saying I forget is like the dysphoria and how it affected me. And that's something you do want to forget, you know? Like, you don't want to be thinking about dysphoria all the time. Cigar with menthol. Puma and Adidas are starting to fill up both of my wardrobes. Love that. It's just good to have like comfy athletic wear. Where do I want to travel next? Oh, I'd love to travel anywhere. Get me a plane ticket and I'm there. Does not matter to me. Elio's laying on me like a little sweetie. Can you guys see? He just loves to be close to me. He's my little sweet pea. Where do I want to travel next? China. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Honestly, I have been to China. Well, Hong Kong. And I loved it. It was gorgeous. But I would like to visit either Japan, Italy, Greece, Croatia, France, Spain, Morocco. Those are the ones. Those are the ones. Maybe Slovenia. I'd never looked into it, so maybe. Anyways, you guys, I think I'm gonna end this stream and hop on over to Twitch. If you're new here, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. I go live all the time. We always have the best vibes. And I will be over on Twitch as well. Twitch is more gaming, right? So it's fun. We always have a blast. And sometimes I play with viewers, so you could be part of the stream as well. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for the good company while I cook and while I did my makeup and snuggled Elio. And I'll see you soon. Bye, bitch.